So we're back again. This week we're doing Bugsnax. Slightly different episode though, because as you're probably aware from our Trek to Yomi video, I had no power for a week, so I only got to play Bugsnax for a couple of days, and that was it. So this is going to be more of an Ian explains it all, and me asking him a few questions. So over to you, Ian. Take it away.
Yeah, so Bugsnax was a game I think you wanted to play when we were discussing about playing Trek to Yomi. You mentioned about Bugsnax.
Yeah, I thought it looked really fun.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it before, so I quickly went on the GamePass app, had a quick look at the videos, description, trailers, and whatnot, and thought, yeah, that game looks quite fun. So it's developed by a North American indie developer called Young Horses. From what I could see, the only other game that I could find online that they worked on was Octodad, Dadliest Catch. Heard of
We
that
should have
one?
done that. Yeah, we should have done that.
I mean, that would go with the premise of the series, wouldn't it? Dad's playing GamePass games, but yeah, I've seen Octodad, but I've never played it or anything like that. But this game was in development for 6 years.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's because they were trying to they didn't want to burn out their staff because it's an indie developer, so they're not big. And they just were trying to figure out what they wanted the game to be. They took a lot of inspiration from games like Ape Escape, Viva Pinata, Dark Cloud, and Pokemon Snap. And when I read that, and after playing the game, I was thinking, God, it is a bit like Pokemon Snap. Now that I thought about it,
yeah, it gave me Viva Pinata vibes. For me,
I've never played Viva Pinata.
Short amount of time I had with it.
So I can out of those 4 games that I just mentioned, I've only ever played Pokemon Snap and Dark Cloud.
Yeah, I'd say Dark Cloud's one of your top 10 games of all time.
Oh yeah, I love Dark Cloud, but let's not go.
Never owned it, rented it constantly.
I've got it now.
Every weekend. You got it now.
Yeah, I've got it now. Yeah, so when I said that it was about inspiration from Pokemon Snap, I got that because obviously I don't know how far you got from playing with it, but you just go around and there's loads of creatures that are half bugs, half food, and you you scan them using a camera thing to find out what they like, what they don't like, what they're called. It's very Pokemon-esque because all of the Bugsnax are the only things they say are their own name, just like a Pokemon. So there's a burger type Bugsnax that's called a Bunga, which is a beetle and a burger. It just goes around going bunga 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 bunga, which was amusing to me. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, this game came out in November 2020 on the PS4 and PS5.
Yeah, it was an exclusive for a period of time for some
reason. And then it was only released on the Xbox and on Switch and on Steam in April this year. And then this is another thing that weirds me out. When I check out the Metacritic scores and whatnot, it's got an average of 76 out of 100. But then it gets a 72 rating on PC, a 79% rating on PS4, a 75 on PS5, and a 78 on Switch. I don't understand how it differs.
Yeah,
surely it's the same experience.
Game.
Yeah.
Maybe different player base have different opinions, I guess.
Yeah,
maybe.
But in terms of magazine publications and online publications, it gets an average score of 7 and 8 out of 10, which isn't too bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah. But I'd go ahead and probably say that marks about right. I really enjoyed it. So how? Obviously, you couldn't play it that much because of your storm. So how far did you get? Did you...
I got past the first tutorial bit. I got through that, trying to think. Made it through. I spoke to the woman. I say woman loosely because they're, what are they called? Snaggletooths or something? I don't know.
They're grumpuses, and they're little Muppet type characters.
Made me think of Fraggle Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, there's that one that's a woman, and she's really horrible to the guy that's basically pretending to be the mayor or something.
Oh, yeah.
So I just threw ketchup in her face because I thought, you little bleep.
Yeah.
And went on with my day. I got to the main village. I helped the guy who I got the farmer guy into the village
Yeah.
farming. I went to the beach area and I
Yeah.
spoke to the professor person who gave me the thing where I could choose what part of them I could change into food.
Yes. So speaking on that,
Yeah.
so when you catch the bugs, you can give them to the grumpuses to eat, and then when you give them the particular bug, you can change part of their body to be that food, which I thought was hilarious. I've got characters on mine walking around with like pizza teeth and French fry legs. Yeah, I found it really amusing. But yeah, sorry to interrupt there. You carry on.
Yeah, and then I got to the beach area. I got the guy from the beach. I got the strawberry that's in like the hamster ball.
Oh yeah,
Did all that, and I think that's basically as far as I got. But
okay,
I did like well, the short period I played with it, I did like the it's not as simple as just going, oh yeah, you just go out and you catch the bug snacks,
yeah,
whatever. You have like the little mission things about, oh, you'll speak to a villager and they'll be like, oh, can you catch like this bug or whatever, all these things, or you have to get different ones. Anyway, but it's not as straightforward. You've got to figure out how to capture them because sometimes you
yeah,
have to make them run into a rock, or you have to lure one type of bug snack somewhere so another type of bug snack goes to eat it, and then you means you can catch that one. It's quite in depth and complex. I found anyway.
yeah. There was a
And
lot of
you,
bugs. Oh, sorry, Karen.
I was just going to say one last thing.
Yeah.
Um, and then, as you said earlier about like the scanning of it, I actually thought, oh, this is like really like Metroid Prime. Like you scan
Yes.
stuff to find out what on earth you do with it, sort of thing.
Yeah. So there are a lot of bug snacks in this that I found quite difficult to capture. It's mainly the ones that were like either on fire or made of ice, because every time you went near them, you'd burn or you'd freeze, and all your traps you'd use would burn or freeze. So yeah,
Yeah.
you had to lure like some of the fire ones to like water, or some of the ice ones to campfires. So it was, yeah, like I said, it's not as straightforward as setting up a trap, waiting for them to walk into it, and then catching them. Like you really had to think about how you would get some of the bug snacks caught.
Yeah.
So yeah, I managed to complete this game. I got all the achievements for it, which
It's
you
the
can do in.
second week in a row.
Well, no, I didn't get it all for Trek to Yomi. I got basically
You,
pretty
you
much all of the
completed
ones.
it.
Oh
You
yeah.
completed it. That's
Um,
all I get out of achievements, whatever. But
but
completing
yeah,
the
on
game
the
is
on the
nice and
achievement
completed.
front, yeah, you can get them all in one playthrough.
Yeah.
And then I say I completed it until I was researching the game, and I realised, or I read that there's a hidden biome. So the biomes
Oh.
are like the areas that you visit.
Hmm.
Um, and I didn't realise there was this hidden biome which featured one extra grumpus and one additional bug snack.
Yeah.
But I can't reload my save because the game saved in the credits. So that's my last save.
Oh.
So I can't go back to,
Is that an auto save or?
yeah. So I can't even go back to like locate these last two. But it's weird because even though
That's a bit annoying.
there is one bug snack and grumpus that I didn't capture and rescue, I still got all the achievements for capturing all the bug snacks and rescuing all the grumpuses.
Maybe it's just like a dev secret rather than
Yeah,
a proper secret like you get in some games.
yeah. So yeah, I really like talking of like the secret biome. So the biomes, there's 11 of them in total. I thought there was 10 until the. So you start
For
off
all
in one.
intents and purposes, there are 10.
Yeah. So you start off in one called Flavor Falls, and then you move on to Garden Grove, Snacks Burgers to Town, where like you're supposed to get all the grumpuses too. And in each
Yeah.
biome, there's different animals, bug snacks. Different bug snacks come out in different weather, different times of day. And yeah, once you get all the villagers back, you can do other. You probably didn't get as far as building your own house.
No. No,
No.
nowhere
So
near.
yeah, so at some point in Snacksburg, you get there's a plot that's empty, and they eventually build you a house, and then you get a mailbox, and they send you letters saying, "Oh, can you, scan a picture of a crab picking up another crab?" So you have to do like things like that, and you unlock furniture so you can like renovate your house. But yeah, I thought the biomes are all good. You had a few in the mountains, so they're all icy. You had a few like in the desert, then a few on the beach, a few in the forest. So yeah, they were all really well laid out. But for me, it was the grumpuses and the Bugsnax themselves, which just killed me.
Is it a developed by a British developer?
No, it's North American.
Is it? Because it's weird, because it gave me like really like, in the 90s and stuff, where there's a lot more sort of British developers.
Yeah.
Like you had like Ocean and like Rare and stuff like that, and you could tell when a game was like Team 17, whatever. Like you could tell when a game was made by a British dev team, because it just had that certain sort of feel and humor about it.
Well,
and like I got that from Bugsnax, but obviously it's not British, which is surprising.
Yeah, there could be British people that work on the game though. The company itself might just be North American.
Maybe.
But yeah, I don't really know. Like, there's loads of different traps you can get as well. So you obviously got the main one, which is like an umbrella that when they walk under it catches them. I'm guessing you got the slingshot to shoot.
I got the slingshot to
sauces,
shoot chocolate and ketchup.
Yeah.
Is there more things? Because at the farm, when I got the guy to the farm, he said, "Oh, get stuff to plant this, and he'll grow more plants." Is there more?
Yeah, so you get ranch dressing, you get hot sauce, you get peanut butter and cheese.
Cheese plant.
Yeah,
that game's mental.
Yeah, it's brilliant, because some of the Bugsnax, like, there's one that's a massive subway. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that. It's like a giant centipede. It's like 6-inch subs all connected together with legs.
Or an alternative food sandwich maker that isn't Subway, like a Quiznos. It could be a Quiznos sub, if Quiznos is still around.
I've never been to Quiznos. They put that Quiznos in West Key, didn't they?
Yes.
Thinking there was a Subway on the high street, which was miles out, or there was one in the shopping centre, Quiznos. And the entire time I worked in West Key, I never once went to Quiznos. It just was like expensive Subway.
Yeah. So for anyone for anyone that isn't from Southampton in England, West Key is a shopping centre, or a shopping mall, as those North Americans say. And the nearest Subway was like down a street that used to be like the best street to go down, because it used to have an electronics boutique, Games Workshop, Sega Park Arcade.
Yep.
So that was where like it all happened. Yeah. So you'd go to Subway, walk around to electronics boutique, and go in the arcade.
Back when it was 2 can dine for $4.99, rather than 2 can dine for $12.99 or whatever it is now.
Yeah. But yeah, so getting the Subway Bugsnax, you had to like separate the body. So like to do that, you had to get another Bugsnax to attack it.
Yeah.
And then all the body parts would like disperse, and then that's when you could catch them. So yeah, there was a lot of thought that went into like capturing some of them, and it wasn't a case of you could capture just one part of the Subway and then think you caught it, because the end pieces of that Bugsnax were different to like the middle sections, so you had to make sure you caught each section to like tick it off. I just love the humor in it. There was a lot of.
I was just going to ask you a question. Actually, it just come to my head. You start off. You're hired as like a reporter, aren't you? So you come and you do the reporting. And I only played a little bit of it, but you get to, after you like help some of the I can't. What are they called again? The people.
Grumpuses.
That's it. I want to call them snaggletooths for some reason.
That's the island that you're on.
Oh, okay, that's why then. You do like an interview of them to like find out like the mystery of what's going on. Like, where does that lead? What is it?
So, some of them doesn't really lead anywhere, but the odd Grumpus would give you a hint as to where you can find like some more information. So one of them's like says, "Oh, there's a boat in the beach area, which is where like the character was last seen." So you'd go there and then you'd find like a tape recording. So you'd have to go back to her house in the main village and play the tape recording to get like more of the story. And then some of it was just like keys to open like chests, and which would give you clues for like later on in the game. So there is like a reason to interview all the characters, but you just kind of learn about all the relationships of the characters as well, because it's not a simple case that they're all just like one dimensional. They all have like quite complex relationships with the type of game that it is.
Yeah, because the guy you get from the beach to come back really doesn't like the farming guy. Like they have they dislike each other.
Yes, because the farming guy wants to plant and grow Bugsnax, whereas the other one wants to like keep them as pets.
Yeah.
So they're like at loggerheads, but that happens quite a lot. So in one of the mountain areas, you get two characters that have like they're like one's always looking out for the other, and then I can't remember their names, and I'm not going to sit here on YouTube or like Wikipedia them. I remember one's called Chandlo, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, let's do some press ups," and all that kind of.
Yeah.
And then the other one's like a scientist nerd, but the scientist nerdy one is like proper in love with Chandlo, but he doesn't realize or know how Chandlo feels. And then at the end, you realize like Chandler's like, "Yo, dude, we've been in a relationship for like ever." So there's like there's a lot of complex like storylines. So you've got that one, and then the two main characters that you're like looking for, they're in a same-sex relationship as well, but they don't want people to know because they think people might like look down on them.
Random.
So yeah.
Do they even? I was trying to figure out like, do they even have sexes or what? Because they all just look the same. They're
Yeah,
just
they
like
do.
you can't see if they're like a boy or a girl. They're just voiced by random things. So I didn't know if they were just all the same, like they were just like a single gender species of weird Muppet
No,
thing.
I mean they might they might be. I'm just going by like the voices rather than like
Yeah.
what they
Yeah.
anatomically are.
Yeah.
So yeah, considering like the lightheartedness of the game itself, there are some like deep character developments in a lot of the characters. But yeah, I just the game for me was just really charming. Like the graphics are they're okay. Like they're not AAA level.
It's an indie game. It's
Yeah,
substance over looks, isn't it? With
yeah.
indie games. So
But yeah, there's bright colors. Everything's clear. I didn't find any glitches. Um, no bugs, other than
apart
the
from the
Bugsnax.
Bugsnax.
Yeah. So it seemed like really well made. I think they thought long about it because a lot of the Bugsnax they named as well were like really clever.
Yeah.
There's a few boss fights as well. I don't know if you got to any of the boss fights.
Oh no.
So there's like a giant watermelon you have to like fight, and a giant flying pizza, which is called like a moth,
Flying pizza.
like a mozzarella and a moth combined.
Mozzarella.
Yeah, something like that.
Like saying mozzarella with a lisp.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot more to say without giving away any of the storyline or like anything going on later on.
So you're just wanting to let people know that I'm pretty sure you're going to give this one a gameplay.
Yeah, definitely gameplay.
Fairly
I feel
obvious.
everyone needs to experience it because it's colourful, it's charming, it does involve a lot of thinking, like to catch some of the bugs. You don't need to catch all of the bugs. You only need to catch them all if you want to get the achievements. So it can be played casually, or you can like proper like binge it out.
Well, you completed it we give ourselves 2 weeks
Yeah,
per game that we talk about. So obviously you managed to do it you've managed to complete it within those 2 weeks. How many hours do you think you spent on it to be able to complete it?
Let me look that up. But yeah, bearing in mind it's not 2 weeks solid because I have a full-time job and a child and a wife. Right, how do I find it on the app?
It's time for a brief interlude.
Yeah,
some sort of like lift music to play
yes,
here.
17 days. 17 days?
17 days.
17 hours.
17 hours. Okay, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I wander around everywhere. I don't just like that. That's to get all of the achievements as well, like capturing all 100 and 111. Yeah, 111 Bugsnax because there was one that I missed following completion. That includes like doing the DLC island as well. So they threw that in for free on the Xbox version.
Amazing.
Yeah, so you just basically go to an island and all the bugs are really, really big. So you have to find a way of shrinking them and then figuring out how to capture them once they're shrunken. So that was quite a challenge because they don't stay shrunk for very long. So you have like a really short...
It's got like a timer.
Yeah. And then there's one Bugsnax that is large and it's got like regular sized Bugsnax on its back. But you can't catch the regular size ones until you shrink the bigger one. But when you shrink the big one, the small ones go big. So then you have to shrink them. Yeah.
Sounds like an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. But no, it's a fantastic game. And like I said, you can get all the achievements on a one playthrough. There's a couple of secret ones, but you'll probably just unlock them without even like really realizing.
Yeah. See, I saw it was available on the Switch as well. And because I get a lot more time to play my Switch because I'll play it in bed.
Yeah.
So, based on what you've said today, it's only like $20. So I think I might just actually buy it on the Switch and play it on there.
Yeah, I don't know if they have any plans to do any further DLC for it, or if they'll like ever do a sequel, because the storyline kind of gets wrapped up.
Yeah.
At the end, but who knows? There could have been something that I missed, like in the storyline wise, that like could leave it open.
Well, it sounds like an indie studio to have a watch of, because they've, I think they've clearly made some sort of decent money on this game, because it seems to be fairly popular, and obviously it's on GamePass and stuff. So hopefully it's given them enough revenue to reinvest in their studio to come up with a new game, or maybe a sequel or something, or a different type of game is set in that world.
Yeah, and considering the other game they made, Octodad, The Deadliest Catch, it's got a 9 out of 10 rating on Steam. So, this might even be worth looking into that one.
Yeah. Is Octodad on Game Pass?
That's not on Game Pass. It's on Steam. I think you can get it on the Xbox. It's on Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox. Well, I'm guessing PS5 as well. Microsoft Windows, and you can get it on iOS and Android as well.
Maybe I'll have to have a look into that as well at some point.
Yeah. So, looks promising for this developer. But yeah, definitely recommend Bugsnax if you've got Game Pass. Give it a whirl. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, like I was.
Cool.
Yeah.
We've not decided on. Oh no, we have decided, haven't we? Because we let the community decide on our next game.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm not happy about this one.
No.
No. Oh, we're playing Pac-Man Museum.
Why are you not happy about that? You've got like loads of games to choose from. There's like 15 games on it.
Bad at Pac-Man.
Some of them aren't Pac-Man though, really.
Oh, they're not?
They're like, well, if they've got, I don't know what games on there, but I'm assuming they have like some of the Pac-Man platformers and stuff like that on it, and like some of the Pac-Man like match 3 puzzle games and stuff. For there to be 15 Pac-Man games, they've got to be scraping the bottom of the barrel with it, to be honest.
But yeah, even the regular Pac-Man, like, I'd lose my first life after getting 540 points. I just can't. I can't play it. It's just Yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
the
We'll see
next
how I go with
gameplay
that.
Game Pass is going to be very interesting for Ian's opinions.
You know, I might suddenly become amazing, but I've never been good at
Maybe.
Pac-Man, so we'll see what happens.
All right.
All
So
right.
we'll catch you guys next time.
Yes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You don't need to hit the notification bell because you know you can just search for us on your subscriptions list, and no one wants a notification to go off at like 5 in the morning UK time. They just get woken up. Anyway, bye.